From Season the 4th of May not come out anytime soon, but viewers can ease their wait for the horror show by checking out MGM Plus' upcoming Stephen King adaptation scheduled to come out this summer. Often touted as Lost's perfect replacement, From has had an incredible run since Season 1. All installments of the series have performed well among critics, and the show holds an impressive average Rotten Tomatoes score of 96% across all seasons. Given how well the horror series has done so far, it's confirmed Season 4 is expected to continue its upward trajectory. Since From thrives on mystery and intrigue, viewers do not expect it to tie all loose threads in its upcoming season. However, From Season 4 is still expected to mark the beginning of a major turning point in the series where it gradually starts preparing for the overarching story's endgame. Despite all the hype surrounding its release, From Season 4's release window remains uncertain. Therefore, while waiting for it to hit the small screens, audiences can check out another new MGM Plus horror show, which is based on an acclaimed Stephen King novel. The Institute TV show premieres on MGM Plus on July 13th. Joe Freeman is playing the leading role in the series. The Institute, which is based on Stephen King's book of the same name, is scheduled to premiere on MGM Plus on July 13th. Similar to the book, the show begins with a young boy, Luke Ellis, Joe Freeman, waking up in the titular facility only to discover that he has supernatural abilities. The more he will learn about his surroundings, the more he will uncover the dark truth about the titular institute. Stephen King's The Institute boasts an impressive Goodreads score of 4.25, which proves that the show can be incredibly promising if it closely adapts the source material. The MGM Plus horror show also has a great cast, which includes many familiar names, like Ben Barnes, Mary-Louise Parker, Simone Miller, Jason Diaz, and Brendan Baser, among many others. Given how the concept of humans waking up in government-run facilities and discovering they are being experimented on is not entirely unique, it would not be surprising if the Institute seems reminiscent of many renowned shows and movies like Stranger Things and Firestarter. However, despite this, the original Stephen King story has many unique elements of its own that will allow the show to etch its own identity in the sci-fi horror genre. Readers familiar with the original book will also know that beyond its portrayal of teenage characters with supernatural abilities, The Institute also unfolds as a tale of survival and resistance against a seemingly all-powerful system. This adds to its appeal because it allows it to introduce several relatable themes surrounding the erosion of identity in confinement and the emotional toll captivity can have on a young mind. The Institute is directed by From's executive producer Jack Bender. Bender's involvement with the series seems to make it even more promising. Harold Perrineau as Boyd Stevens at the bottom of a well in From Season 2. What makes the upcoming Stephen King adaptation even more exciting is that From's executive producer, Jack Bender, is at its helm. Bender has previously been a part of two other Stephen King shows, Mr. Mercedes and Under the Dome. Although Under the Dome is often touted as one of the weaker TV adaptations of King's work, Mr. Mercedes had a strong 3-season run. Bender's experience of working with King's material proves that the Institute is in good hands and will likely not disappoint viewers. MGM Plus' From, 2, has often been compared with Stephen King works because of how similar it seems in tone to the horror author's works. On several occasions, Stephen King has also sung praises for From by revealing how much he enjoys watching the series. The similarities between Stephen King's stories and From and the apparent mutual admiration between King and From's creators add another layer of credibility to the Institute. The Institute has the potential to be the next From on MGM+. It is based on a solid Stephen King novel. The book cover picture from Stephen King's The Institute. While it may be a little too soon to draw any affirmative judgments about the upcoming show, its shared thematic elements with From also suggest that it could tap into the same eerie, character-driven terror that made From a sleeper hit for the television network. On the surface, The Institute would be significantly different from MGM+'s From. However, like From, The Institute will be about a group of characters trying to escape their grim and mysterious surroundings while slowly learning the truth about what is happening to them. Just as From unfolds in a nightmarish town that keeps testing the people who are trapped in it, The Institute will take place in a hidden facility that puts teenagers through horrifying experiments. While uncovering the overarching conspiracy, both stories seemingly immerse viewers in the psychological tension and sense of claustrophobia experienced by their respective characters. Since MGM Plus has brilliantly handled From so far, it seems likely that the network will also do justice to Stephen King's The Institute. When will From Season 4 release on MGM Plus? From Season 4's release date remains unknown. Although it has been a while since From Season 4 was confirmed, there is an air of ambiguity surrounding its release window. Since Season 1, From has followed a consistent release schedule, where its subsequent seasons have barely had a one-year gap between them. Unfortunately, when it comes to From Season 4, it seems unlikely that it will come out before 2026, even though the show's Season 3 ended its run in November 2024. In an interview, via The Direct, one of From's executive producers, Emmanuel Eman Noisette, addressed some rumors surrounding the show's release window. He cautiously claimed that even though many viewers are expecting From Season 4 to release in 2026, they are trying to get it out by the end of 2025. The show's creator, John Griffin, however, pushed back on Noisette's statement by disclosing that the show's new season's filming will not be wrapped up until the holiday season. Since post-production can take a few months to complete after filming, Griffin said that From Season 4 would likely release sometime in early 2026. The show's creator's statements almost confirm that audiences will have to patiently wait till 2026 to return to From's immersive and eerie supernatural town. Fortunately, till then, viewers can invest their time in MGM+'s take on Stephen King's The Institute, which could become the network's next big horror IP. Even if The Institute fails to be as good as From, it will likely have all the ingredients that make the king of horror stories incredibly enthralling.